Hey Spurs fans, welcome back to another update on our San Antonio Spurs. Before we jump into today's breaking news, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. And here's something special for you. Everyone who subscribes and leave a comment with their name and the city they're watching from will automatically be entered into our giveaway to win an official San Antonio Spurs jersey. So don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and comment your name and city below. Stay tuned, because the next Spurs fan wearing the jersey could be you. The video that sparked this conversation begins with a bold claim. The San Antonio Spurs, one of the most surprising teams of the current campaign, may be preparing to push all their chips to the center of the table. The rumor swirling around the league is that the Spurs could replace veteran Harrison Barnes with a dynamic forward whose scoring average exceeds 22 points per contest, a player carrying a contract valued at $112 million. The mere mention of Trey Murphy III in connection with San Antonio has sent shockwaves through the Western Conference. The Spurs, sitting 5.5 games behind the top seed, have already proven themselves capable of competing with the elite. Yet the distance between first and second remains daunting, and the narrowing gap between second and third suggests that the margin for error is shrinking. For a franchise that has tasted glory in past decades, the temptation to accelerate the rebuild and seize the moment is irresistible. Analyst Eamon Castles has proposed a scenario that would fundamentally alter the Spurs' trajectory. His vision is clear. San Antonio should address its glaring weakness from beyond the arc by acquiring Murphy from the New Orleans Pelicans. The deal would send Jeremy Sochan, Harrison Barnes, and 3 coveted first-round selections to New Orleans, a package designed to entice a team that may be looking to reshape its roster. Murphy's profile is compelling. Averaging more than 22 points, 6 rebounds, nearly 4 assists, and close to 2 steals per game, he has emerged as one of the league's most versatile young forwards. His shooting percentage from deep hovers at 38%, a figure that underscores his ability to stretch defenses and punish opponents who collapse into the paint. For a Spurs team ranked 18th in three-pointers made, his arrival would be transformative. The potential fit alongside Victor Wembanyama is tantalizing. Wembanyama, already the centerpiece of San Antonio's future, thrives when surrounded by teammates who can space the floor and capitalize on his gravity. Murphy would not only provide scoring relief, but also serve as a reliable secondary option, ensuring that defenses cannot simply swarm the young French phenom. The chemistry between the two could redefine the Spurs' offensive identity. Replacing Barnes with Murphy would also signal a philosophical shift. Barnes, respected for his professionalism and steady contributions, represents stability. Murphy, by contrast, embodies explosiveness and upside. The trade would be a declaration that the Spurs are no longer content with incremental progress. They are ready to gamble on star power to chase immediate contention. The Pelicans, of course, would not part with Murphy lightly. Yet the offer of 3 first-round picks, combined with the addition of Sachan's defensive versatility and Barnes' veteran presence, could appeal to a franchise balancing short-term competitiveness with long-term planning. For New Orleans, the deal would provide flexibility and assets, while for San Antonio, it would be a bold leap toward championship aspirations. Fans are divided, and that division fuels the intrigue. Supporters of the Spurs envision a lineup capable of going toe-to-toe with any team in the league, a roster that could challenge for titles not just this season, but for years to come. Skeptics, however, warn of the risks. Sacrificing draft capital and young talent for a single player could backfire if chemistry falters or injuries intervene. The debate itself adds layers of drama to the unfolding narrative. The broader NBA community is captivated by the possibility. Trades of this magnitude are rare, and when they involve a breakout star and a franchise cornerstone like Wembanyama, the stakes rise exponentially. Analysts speculate about how the move would reshape the Western Conference hierarchy, potentially turning San Antonio into a juggernaut while forcing rivals to recalibrate their strategies. Murphy's potential arrival would also carry cultural significance. The Spurs have long been known for their methodical approach, their emphasis on team-first basketball, and their reluctance to chase headlines. This trade would mark a departure from tradition, a willingness to embrace risk in pursuit of greatness. It would be a statement to the league that San Antonio is ready to reclaim its place among the elite. The numbers alone tell a compelling story, but the human element is equally important. For Murphy, joining the Spurs would mean stepping into a role of immense responsibility, becoming the co-star alongside one of the most hyped prospects in NBA history. For Wembanyama, it would mean sharing the burden of expectation with a proven scorer, allowing him to grow without carrying the entire offensive load. As the deadline approaches, anticipation builds. Every insider report, every subtle hint from team executives, and every speculative article adds fuel to the fire. The suspense is palpable, and fans across the league are glued to the unfolding drama, eager to see whether the Spurs will indeed make the leap. If the deal materializes, the ripple effects will be felt far beyond San Antonio and New Orleans. Rival teams will be forced to respond, adjusting their rosters and strategies to contend with a Spurs squad suddenly armed with one of the most dangerous duos in basketball. The Western Conference, already a battlefield, would become even more unpredictable. Ultimately, the story is not just about statistics or contracts. It is about ambition, risk, and the pursuit of glory. The Spurs stand at a crossroads, and the decision to pursue Trey Murphy III could define their future for years to come. Whether they choose caution or boldness, the basketball world will be watching, captivated by the possibility of a franchise rewriting its destiny in real time. Before we go on, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Your support keeps our Spurs coverage strong and brings you the latest updates straight from San Antonio. And jump into the comments. Tell us what you think about today's news. The video begins with a jarring moment that immediately captures the audience's attention. Houston Rockets head coach Ime Udoka, standing before reporters, delivers sharp criticism of the San Antonio Spurs just hours before their highly anticipated matchup. His words are direct, his tone unflinching, and the atmosphere in the room shifts instantly. What was expected to be a routine pre-game press conference transforms into a headline-grabbing spectacle, leaving fans and analysts eager to dissect every syllable. As the clip circulates online, the basketball community reacts with shock and fascination. Udoka's remarks are not the typical coach speak, filled with cliches and guarded optimism. Instead, they are biting, pointed, and seemingly designed to provoke. The timing of his comments, right before facing the Spurs, adds fuel to the fire, ensuring that the game itself will be viewed through the lens of rivalry and tension. Journalists rush to capture the essence of Udoka's critique. He accuses the Spurs of lacking identity, of leaning too heavily on the hype surrounding Victor Wembanyama, and of failing to establish a cohesive system. For a coach known for his disciplined approach, the bluntness of his words is striking. It is not just criticism. It is a challenge, a declaration that the Rockets are ready to expose their rivals. Fans of both teams immediately take sides. Spurs supporters defend their franchise, pointing to its storied history and the promise of Wembanyama's future. Rockets fans, meanwhile, revel in their coach's boldness, interpreting his comments as a sign of confidence and defiance. The clash of opinions spills across social media, transforming the pregame narrative into a cultural debate. Inside the Spurs locker room, the remarks do not go unnoticed. Players and staff are reportedly stunned by the audacity of Udoka's words. Some view them as disrespectful, others as motivation. The idea that an opposing coach would publicly question their legitimacy adds an emotional edge to the contest, ensuring that the game will be played with heightened intensity. Analysts on national broadcasts frame the incident as a psychological tactic. Was Udoka attempting to rattle the young Spurs roster? Was he trying to shift pressure away from his own team? Theories abound, but the consensus is clear. His comments have altered the dynamics of the matchup, turning it into more than just a regular season game. The timing of the remarks is particularly intriguing. The Spurs, still in the midst of rebuilding, have been celebrated for their patience and vision. Udoka's dismissal of their progress feels like a direct attack on that philosophy. It raises questions about whether his critique is rooted in genuine analysis or in gamesmanship designed to stir emotions. Social media amplifies the drama, with clips of UDOKA's press conference shared millions of times. Memes emerge, debates rage, and fans create highlight reels juxtaposing his comments with Spurs' past glories. The digital frenzy ensures that the story transcends basketball circles, becoming a broader cultural talking point about respect, rivalry, and authenticity. Former players weigh in, adding layers of perspective to the conversation. Some praise UDOKA for speaking his mind, arguing that honesty is refreshing in a league often dominated by guarded statements. Others caution that such remarks can backfire, galvanizing opponents and creating unnecessary distractions. Their insights highlight the delicate balance between confidence and provocation. The Rockets' locker room, by contrast, is energized. Players interpret their coach's words as a vote of confidence, a signal that he believes in their ability to dominate. The atmosphere shifts from preparation to determination, with the team embracing the narrative of being the aggressors. UDOKA's comments, while controversial, serve to unify his squad. Media outlets across the country seize on the story, framing it as the latest chapter in the Rockets-Spurs rivalry. Headlines emphasize the boldness of UDOKA's critique, while commentators debate its implications for both franchises. The narrative of tension and confrontation dominates coverage, ensuring that the game will be one of the most closely watched of the season. Internationally, the story resonates as well. Wembanyama's global following ensures that any criticism of the Spurs attracts attention far beyond American borders. European outlets highlight UDOKA's remarks as a challenge to the young star's legitimacy, while fans in Asia and Latin America debate the cultural significance of such public confrontations. Sponsors and business partners take notice, recognizing the marketing potential of the drama. The heightened interest in the game translates into increased ticket sales, merchandise demand, and television ratings. What began as a press conference has evolved into a commercial boon, underscoring the symbiotic relationship between controversy and business in professional sports. The NBA itself benefits from the spectacle. A league built on storylines thrives when unexpected twists occur, and UDOKA's remarks provide exactly that. Rivalries are reignited, fans are engaged, and the season gains another layer of intrigue. The incident becomes a case study in how words can shape narratives and elevate competition. For the Spurs, the challenge is clear. Respond not with words but with performance. The team understands that the best rebuttal to criticism is victory. The game becomes an opportunity to prove their resilience, to demonstrate that they are more than hype, and to remind the league of their enduring legacy. UDOKA's comments also raise broader questions about leadership. Is it the role of a coach to provoke opponents publicly, or should such critiques remain behind closed doors? The debate touches on themes of professionalism, respect, and the evolving nature of sportsmanship in a modern era. Fans eagerly await the game, knowing that it now carries stakes beyond the scoreboard. Every play, every shot, every defensive stand will be viewed through the prism of UDOKA's remarks. The anticipation is electric, and the atmosphere promises to be charged with emotion. As the dust settles, one truth becomes clear. Ime Udoka's decision to speak out has transformed a routine matchup into a marquee event. His words have sparked debate, fueled rivalry, and captivated audiences worldwide. Whether seen as a misstep or a masterstroke, the impact is undeniable. In the end, the video that began it all continues to circulate, replayed endlessly by fans hungry for drama. Each viewing reignites the curiosity, the sense of wonder, and the anticipation of what will unfold on the court. The Rockets' coach has spoken, the Spurs have been challenged, and the basketball world waits with bated breath for the next chapter in this unfolding saga. The reverberations of Ime Udoka's sharp comments about the Spurs before the Rockets matchup have continued to dominate the basketball conversation, and the fallout has been intense. Fans across the NBA have latched onto the story, debating whether his remarks were a calculated strategy or simply an emotional outburst. The intrigue lies in the fact that Udoka chose to speak so candidly, breaking the usual mold of cautious coach speak, and that boldness has ensured the controversy remains front and center. National media outlets have amplified the drama, framing UDOKA's critique as a direct challenge to the Spurs' identity. Headlines emphasize the tension between the two franchises, and commentators dissect the implications for both teams. The narrative of rivalry has been reignited, with analysts suggesting that this could mark the beginning of a new chapter in the long-standing Rockets-Spurs feud. Social media has become a battlefield of opinions, with Rockets fans celebrating their coach's confidence and Spurs supporters rallying to defend their team's honor. Memes mocking the situation spread rapidly, while heated debates and comment sections highlight the emotional investment of fans. The digital discourse has transformed UDOKA's comments into a cultural flashpoint, ensuring that the story resonates far beyond the basketball court. Inside the Spurs organization, the remarks have reportedly been used as motivation. Players and staff view UDOKA's words as disrespectful, fueling their determination to prove him wrong on the court. The idea that an opposing coach would publicly question their legitimacy has added an emotional edge to their preparation, turning the game into a matter of pride as much as competition. Former players and analysts have weighed in, offering contrasting perspectives. Some praise UDOKA for his honesty, arguing that his willingness to speak openly reflects a refreshing authenticity in a league often dominated by guarded statements. Others caution that such remarks can backfire, galvanizing opponents and creating unnecessary distractions for his own team. These insights highlight the delicate balance between confidence and provocation. Sponsors and business partners have also taken notice of the heightened attention surrounding the game. The controversy has boosted ticket sales, merchandise demand, and television ratings, underscoring the commercial impact of drama in professional sports. What began as a press conference has evolved into a marketing opportunity, demonstrating the symbiotic relationship between controversy and business. Internationally, the story has resonated strongly due to Victor Wembanyama's global following. European outlets have highlighted UDOKA's remarks as a challenge to the young star's legitimacy, while fans in Asia and Latin America have debated the cultural significance of such public confrontations. The global reach of the incident underscores the international appeal of both the Rockets and Spurs. Within the Rockets' locker room, UDOKA's comments have reportedly energized the players. They interpret his words as a sign of confidence, a declaration that he believes in their ability to dominate. The atmosphere has shifted from preparation to determination, with the team embracing the narrative of being aggressors. UDOKA's remarks, while controversial, have served to unify his squad. The NBA itself has benefited from the spectacle, as the league thrives on storylines that capture fan interest. Rivalries are reignited, fans are engaged, and the season gains another layer of intrigue. UDOKA's comments have become a case study in how words can shape narratives and elevate competition, reminding everyone that basketball is as much about drama as it is about performance. Ultimately, the repercussions of UDOKA's remarks extend far beyond the immediate matchup. They have sparked debates about professionalism, respect, and the evolving nature of sportsmanship in the modern era. Whether seen as a misstep or a masterstroke, his words have ensured that the Rockets-Spurs rivalry remains one of the most compelling storylines of the season, captivating audiences worldwide and leaving fans eager for the next chapter. That's it for today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay on top of every exclusive San Antonio Spurs news drop, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. And don't forget, your opinion matters to Spurs Nation. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video.